Now, this one is going to be interesting. First of all, there's absolutely no correlation between the fact that Youssef Zalal is headlining and that I'm wearing this. Like, I'm fully rooting for Zalal, no animosity towards him. I legit didn't know. I thought I was naked, to be honest. Like, I didn't know I had something on me, but apparently I have this shirt on, so that will do. But yeah, this one's going to be interesting, because on one side, we've got Youssef Zalal, who's on an absolute tear right now. And first of all, what's being done to these fighters outside the UFC has got to be investigated. Like, they say 2-3 years Dagestan and forget, 2-3 years outside of the UFC and they'll forget how bad you were. Like, we had Brandon Moreno, who was like on a 2-fight losing skid, went to LFA, had one fight over there, became the champion, came back to the UFC, and then you know what happened. It's two-time undisputed champion, interim champion, Mexican champion, freaking cartel champion at this point. Every title you could possibly give him, he got it. Youssef Zalal was like on a 3-fight losing skid. I think it was 4 fights in a row without a win, because there was a draw. Went to Sparta League Combat, 3 fights there, 3 wins. Came back to the UFC. Since then, it's 8 wins in a row. He hasn't lost since. Like, now when I'm seeing Zalal before, he was like in his first UFC run and his second, I'm like, okay, you were doing that on purpose. All these losses, like, you were merciful. You could have beat these dudes. Like, you could have beat Ilia Topuria at this point. You let him become a champion. You knew what would happen. Like, that's what I'm starting to believe. Like, what's being done to these fighters in these other leagues? But anyway, so yeah, it's Zalal's on a tier right now. And on the other side, we have Aljamain Sterling, far from being washed at the age of 36. Like, it's tough to beat Aljamain Sterling, since he had his incredible run for the title, then lost it to Sean O'Malley, and then since he came to 145, he beat Calvin Kattar, lost a really close and competitive fight to Movsar Evloev that a lot of people think he won. I don't, but a lot of people think this. It all came down to that 3rd round, and then beat Brian Ortega pretty easily, 50-45 thing. Not the best version of Brian Ortega, but beat him regardless. Like, it's tough to beat Aljamain Sterling. Like, and Sean O'Malley did it, but Sean O'Malley found that one shot, and that's what you gotta do. Like, Sean O'Malley found that one shot, freaking, who was it, Marlon Moraes found that one shot. Like, that's how you beat Aljamain. But again, it's tough to beat Aljamain Sterling. So this is definitely going to be a tough one. Like, it's gonna come down to who wants it more. Like, Aljamain Sterling still wants to be a champion. Like, obviously, he still wants to be a champion at 145 pounds, you know, becoming a 2-division champion. Zalal, obviously, 29 years old, on the rise, absolutely wants to be a champion. Tough one. Now, look, I'm forgetting the fact that these last couple of events have been horrible for me. I'm not thinking about this, so I'm genuinely picking Youssef Zalal. You know, like I said, it's tough to beat Aljamain Sterling. I think he'll edge it. I think he'll get it.